What's up, guys? Will here, back at it again with more Magic Arena for you. This time, we're going to be playing what has been kind of taken standard a little bit by storm. This is, of course, Dinosaurs. Now, this is a deck that, you know, obviously Dinosaurs came out all the way back in Ixalan and Rivals of Ixalan about, was that almost over a year at this point, maybe more? I'm not exactly sure. Was that 2 years ago? Time flies in Magic World. This is new sets coming out like every other week. Anyway, Dinosaurs were like a non thing for the longest time. Everyone tried to make them work and they just never ever worked. But in M20, a couple new cards were printed that helped the deck immensely. I should say a few different cards. First, we have the most important one. This is Marauding Raptor. So for 1 red, 2/3, creature dinosaur, creature spells you control or cast cost 1 less to cast. So super important. Now we have 2 different creatures that reduce the cost of our big old dinosaurs, because dinosaurs are obviously traditionally very expensive. You got 5s, 4s, 12s, crazy shit like that. And these guys let you cast them at a cheaper rate. And in addition, its second ability, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Marauder Raptor deals 2 damage to it. If a dinosaur is dealt damage this way, Raptor gets +2/+0. So the dealing the damage to a creature is relevant for cards like Ripjaw Raptor, which have the Enrage ability. Whenever it's dealt damage, in this case, draw a card. They all have different ones, but Ripjaw Raptor is the best of the bunch by far. So these guys work really well together. 2, 3, nice little combo. The other couple cards that really help this deck a lot out of M20 are Rotting Regisaur. So this is 2 and a black for a 7/6 zombie dinosaur. Begin your upkeep, discard a card. So for 1, it's a 3-mana 7/6, which is insane. Obviously, the rate is very, very powerful. Its only ability is that it's kind of a drawback. Makes you discard cards, but most of the time you're just dumping your hand anyway, so it's not a huge deal. Plus the 7 power really powers out your Galtas much faster. So these guys working together are pretty great. Plus with Marauder Raptor, Otepec Master, these things can cost 2, sometimes even 1 mana to cast. Pretty cool one. Just big old dinosaur. And then the next one on the list, Shifting Ceratops for 2 green for you get a 5/4 dino. This spell can't be countered. Awesome. Protection from blue, protection is back. And then for a single green, you don't even have to tap it. Gains your choice of, I mean, of course you don't, but that would make sense. But gains your choice of reach, trample, or haste until end of turn. So this card actually has a lot of text, a lot of abilities. It's a great rate, 5/4 for 4. Can't be countered, very good against the blue decks. Pro blue, can't be bounced by Teferi, which is huge in standard. And then you can get a myriad of different abilities with it as well. So this card's great, really helps dinosaurs out. So yeah, a lot of really awesome new cards that very much helped this archetype rise into prominence. I think in the hands of Corey Burkhart, professional Magic player, at the last Team SCG series, they took it down with dinosaurs in his hand in the standard seat. But yeah, so this deck's pretty awesome. Otherwise, you've got Llanowar Elves for ramp, commune with dinosaurs. Domri is another way to make your creatures uncounterable. Another removal spell in a sense. You got the fight ability, ramps you as well. And then you got Savage Stomp, another dinosaur related fight spell. Collision Colossus, this thing can take down feathers. It can, destroy your, or not destroy, it can destroy your opponent's face. But the Colossus side +4/+2 gains trample. So, that's a nice little instant speed trick there for you. Regisaur Alpha, of course, getting towards the top of the curve. 3 red and a green for a 4/4. Other dinosaurs have haste, awesome with Galta and other things. And then it comes up with a 3/3 token as well. And of course, we got Galta, the Primal Hunger, 10 green. You're never casting it for 12, but that's what it is. It's a 12/12 for 12. Costs X less to cast, for X is the total power creatures you control. So like I was saying earlier, Rotting Regisaur, 7/6, 5/4s, 4/5s. This thing's coming down fairly quickly in this build. And of course, it has trample to boot. Commune with Dinosaurs helps you find lands and more dinosaurs, and that's the main deck. Moving on to the sideboard, you guys can't really see it because of my little picture thing, but my camera, but we'll go over real quick. Duress, of course, for your control decks, gets through their non-creature, non-lands. So, targeting spells. Veil of Summer, solid against removal. Gives your stuff hexproof in blue and black. Can't be countered as well, so nice little trick there. Against a lot of the blue tempo decks and other things like that. Moment of Craving for your aggro matchups. 1 in a black, -2/2 to a creature on a turn, gains 2 life. Nice little removal spell there. Domi's Ambush, another fight spell. This one he puts a counter on it, and it's not really a fight spell. It's more like they deal damage equal to its power to our creature or planeswalker you don't control. So, you know, your 7/6 is dealing 8 damage to something, just doming it out of the sky. Blood Sun. This is an interesting little enchantment from, I think it was Rivals of Ixalan. This guy came out a long time ago. No one really knew what the hell to do with it. But now that Scapeshift is like the scourge of Standard, this crazy lands deck, 2 and a red enchantment. When it's about to draw a card, all lands lose all abilities except mana abilities. So we're talking Field of the Dead. We're talking your Scry lands, all that stuff. Thrashing Bronzodon is a solid option if you're facing off against decks with Search for Escantas, Wilderness Reclamation. So that's kind of your Nexus card. And then last but not least, we got Vivian at Champion of the Wilds. This is a 2-green Planeswalker that kind of got hosed because of Teferi, because its static abilities, you may cast creature spells as though they had Flash. So, you know, Teferi makes it so you can't cast spells with Flash. Kind of just hoses this card. It hasn't seen a ton of play as a result, but it is a pretty cool one. Then you get +1. Give a creature Vigilance and Reach until your next turn. So that's, you know, their turn, then yours. And then -2, look the top 3. You can exile 1 face down. As long as it's a creature, you can look at it and cast it. So a little bit of a card advantage tacked on there as well. It's a nice little 3-mana Planeswalker. So yeah, overall, Dinosaurs is a cool deck. I've played it a decent amount on ladder. It's very powerful when you get those explosive starts. So we're going to hope to get some of those as we go in. I think we're starting off at Diamond tonight, and let's get a jump. Traditional ranked Dinosaurs. And before we get going, I just want to say thanks for everyone who's been supporting my videos thus far and supporting the stream as well. Y'all are the reason I keep doing this, and if you continue liking these videos, continue subbing and wanting to see more, I'll keep making them. So make sure to like, sub, comment, smash all those buttons, ring that bell, get those notifications, and without further ado, let's get into it. All right, here we are for round number 1. On the play, nice little way to start. Oh, geez. Okay, this sounds interesting. We have Commune and Dilemma Relics, which is both great turn 1 plays, but we only have Unclaimed Territories. These things, you choose a creature type, you can only add 1 mana of any color to spend the creature spell of the chosen type. Couldn't get the words out there for a second. So that means we can't cast any of this stuff early on. I think I'm going to mulligan this one. Pretty unfortunate, because if we just had like a forest or like any sort of dual color land, that'd be fine. Okay, this one we will keep. And I'm going to go ahead and keep all the lands, I think. And we're going to keep all the spells. We're just going to pitch maybe 1 of the Raptors. I just want to make sure I can cast all my spells on time. Otherwise, you know, I would maybe pitch 1 of the lands. But we'll keep 6. And just kind of, unfortunately, the whole thing is we actually kind of have to hope, if we make this play, we have to kind of hope that they don't kill Marauder Raptor. So maybe we keep both Raptors and just pitch 1 of the lands or the Regisaur Alpha. And you know what? I'm actually going to pitch Regisaur. It's the most expensive card in the hand. And we have more in the deck. We have more dinosaurs we can draw. I just want to make sure that these 2 drops survive. So let's go for it. That might be wrong, but I'm going to give it a go. Because if they do kill the Marauder Raptor on turn 2 or turn 1 even, I don't think it's anybody do it on turn 1, but if they do it on turn 2, it's likely that the hand just kind of falls apart. So just gonna get started here up against NB 952. See what they got for us. Water Grave on turn 1. Okay, I'm thinking probably Esper, but let's see. Could be Grixis as well. All right, Grixis. So they might have a removal spell here. Grixis is chock full. Ooh, Thought Erasure instead. Okay. So let's see what they go for. Kin the Ripjaw Raptor. That makes sense, because if we play Ripjaw Raptor next turn, we get to immediately draw a card. Here, let's go ahead and I'll pay the mana. Why not? Let's go for Ceratops. Raptor gets in for 4. We're off to the races. Opponent's down to 14. Ceratops hopefully won't die, but we'll see. Tomebound Lich. Ooh, okay. Well, this is pro blue, so that's nice. The main thing, though, is that they're probably going to get Dracoset down pretty soon. So this is a Reanimator style deck, I imagine, if they're playing Tomebound Lich, and of course Dracoset's already in the graveyard. Basically, they're going to try and cast spells that are going to bring this guy back to play, sort of cheat it, because it's a 7-mana creature, but if you get it into play for 4, maybe 5, not so bad. And it has a really powerful effect. Let you guys read that for a second, and I'm good. Okay. Cool, so I'm going to start off. And you know what? Actually, what I'm going to do is here, Let's do this. I could... no, wait, hold on. How does this work? So, why not do it? Okay. No, we're not going to do that, because that would wind up killing our stuff. So let's start by throwing down Galta. And I'm going to swing. They'll probably just block here, but they are definitely taking 5 with from the shifting Ceratops. And now they have to have an answer to Galta, otherwise they're just very, very dead. All right, we got it. That's the power of 12 tells on turn 4. All right, sweet. So what do we think about this deck? So this is definitely a Reanimator style deck. I don't think removal is going to be super, super necessary. Collision doesn't even kill Drakaseth, so I'm going to get rid of these collisions. I'm going to get rid of these Savage Stomps. Donnery could stay. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in these Duresses so we can hit their reanimation spells. And I'm going to bring in... Let's see, what else? We could bring in Veil of Summer. I don't know how much interaction they truly have, but they do have Thought Erasure. So this does give us, actually, like the player hexproof. So Veil of Summer does defend against that a bit. Let's see, what else? We could theoretically bring in like Vivian or something. Just kind of, I mean, they're not really a control deck, more so a combo deck, so it's not entirely necessary. I think I'm just gonna bring in some Veil of Summers. And I'll cut like one of the Galtas on the draw. And we'll try like this. So now we have outs to things like removal. We have outs to things like discard spells. We got Duresses for their reanimation spells. Should be set up pretty well. I don't think we need too much removal for this, especially because a lot of removal is like fight based. So their Death Touch, Tomebound Lich is like kind of rough. Drakaseth, if it's coming down, we're already probably losing. Oh geez. Well, I got a mulligan this one. One lander, not even a green. We can't really do much with this hand, unfortunately. At least we're on the draw, so that when we go to 6, we'll go back up to 7 on turn 1. See what they decide to do. Okay, so they kept, it looks like. I'm gonna mulligan this, and I can keep this one. I'm gonna actually, let's see. So we could keep Veil Summer on 1 so they don't Thought Erasure us, but it's not like that necessary. Commune's gonna find us lands and spells, and these Raptors are pretty useful. I guess I'll pitch the Veil. I'm not incredibly stoked on it, but see how this fares for us. Because like we could go turn 1, stomping around, and then on turn 2 when they try to like Thought Erasure us, Veil Summer prevent it, spell fizzles, all that stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and start communing. Ooh, okay, I'll get Rotting Regisaur. Let's see if they go for Thought Erasure. At least if they Thought Erasure us, we have double Raptor, so they can't quite get rid of us. Get rid of what we're going on here. Charter Course. Okay, so they're trying to draw some cards, pitch some stuff. Hopefully not pitching Drakaseth already. Pitching Blood for Bones. Okay, so they either have multiple removal spells or no creatures to use with the Blood for Bones. Yeah, because you have to sack a creature and make this work. All right, let's go ahead and play Unclaimed Territory, Naming Dinosaur, Marauding Raptor. Let's do it. Let's see. Aether Gust. Interesting. I'm gonna decline that. We have another one, and I'd rather just like draw spells. So let's go Marauding Raptor, Lanorels. Oh. Oops. Oopsies. I messed that up. It's supposed to go Llanowell's Marauding Raptor. I forgot that this deals 2 damage to everything, not just including dinosaurs. Well, y'all seen it first. Misplays for days. All right, Shifting Ceratops. I'm gonna give this thing haste, and I'm gonna slam a jam for as much as I possibly can. I always make misplays on my own videos. So silly and stupid. That's okay though. Okay, well, Shifting Ceratops is still gonna keep on slamming in. Hopefully they don't have... Well, actually, HR Treachery can't even steal it, so it's not that big of a deal. Let's start by attacking. And I'm gonna commune first. Let's see what we find. Regisaur Alpha. I could throw down the Regisaur. And I guess I will. The only issue with this line, of course, is now I have to hold the land. I'm gonna have to discard it next turn. And then I'm gonna have to hope to find another off the top of my library. Kind of an awkward. Of course, Roddy Regisaur, like I was saying earlier in the video, it does have that kind of nasty drawback. It can be a little tough. Most cards like this have been traditionally pretty unplayable. But I think that's just the fact that this one's so huge and has synergies with like other dinosaurs and stuff like that. Does kind of make this worthwhile. Man, if we had Llanowell still in play, we could have thrown down the Regisaur Alpha down that turn. Ugh. Not ideal. Okay, so you know what's gonna happen here? He's gonna Bond a Revival, Ancient Treachery. We should have just not played anything. That was, I think, the correct line, actually. So we're sort of... Yeah. I didn't really think about that. Yikes. Okay. Well, we got to draw pretty well here now. They're gonna have to just start discarding a bunch of cards, though, at the very least. Although Rotting Regisaur does kind of help them a little ways with the discard. Glinthorn Buccaneer. Oh, okay, I see. Well, joke's on you, opponent. I just have land in hand. Or joke's on me, I should say. Next turn, what can we realistically do here? I mean, do they attack? They don't. I don't think so. Ojapek's pretty poor, of course. Jeez, this is a little rough. I guess I'm just gonna pass. I didn't really keep... I don't know if I kept any removal in my deck. Ritual of Soot, that... I feel like Ritual of Soot's not a good card. I don't know why you bring that in your deck at this point. Nicol Bolas. Ugh. Okay. You know what? I actually should have played this in case I did draw like Galter or something, because now Regisaur Alpha's gonna die. Oh, well, okay. That's not that big a deal. I'll get rid of the forest. I thought he was gonna start killing Regisaur Alphas, because I think a Galter off the top is basically game. Another Regisaur Alpha. Well, I'm gonna play it. And I'm just gonna go for their dome. Let's see if we can Okay, currently they're killing both the alphas, which I think makes sense for them. But we still have a lot of stuff on board. They're discarding their last card. Just a land, though. And I guess what I'll do is he's probably going to plus... I'll exile the Huntmaster from my hand. And let's see if they have any way to deal with what we got on board currently with just 2 cards in hand. I've given them basically as many chances to come back in this game as I possibly could, just through all the misplays. But we're gonna see if we can pull this one out. Man, I mean, another Shifting Ceratops off the top wins. Yeah, another Regisaur Alpha wins. So, I mean, Alpha into Alpha is pretty sweet. Let's see what else they can find. Nothing. We did it. All right. Never punished. Yes. All right, moving up Diamond 3. Let's do it. All right, keep going. All right, here we are for round number 2. Again, I should have said this at the beginning of the video. As always, we're gonna play 5 rounds tonight. Is that on the camera? 5 rounds tonight, as we normally do on this channel. If you've been watching it for these past couple weeks, that's been really active. You would know that. And again, we're on the play for this one. Looks like we got a keeper as well, although kind of awkward. Nothing to play after the Raptor so much, so we're sort of riding on our draw step a little bit here. I guess I'll go ahead and throw down a forest. Oh, it's got a full set of Chandra sleeves. Water Grave. Again, I'm thinking Grixis or Esper. I don't know if it'll be a Reanimator again, though. Maybe just straight blue-black. Thought Erasure. Okay, well, there goes our Ceratops, most likely. Yep. Seems reasonable. And Narset. I don't know what my opponent's up to. Dinosaurs. Alright, I guess we're just tagging. Unfortunately, no 3-drops to speak of here. Hopefully they have... Okay, it's Esper, so I'm okay. I was gonna say, I was expecting to Fairy there, maybe. But there goes our Alpha. Fortunately, it looks like they kept whatever they had on top from the Surveil, and we are just flooding out like crazy here. Very awkward. So far, no removal, but this is far too slow of a clock. Yeah, there's Teferi now. Gonna bounce our Raptor.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Ugh, not looking good for the home team, y'all. And another land. I mean, there's not a whole lot we can do if we're just not gonna draw spells. To be perfectly honest,
I've done the hero thing before.
it's definitely not great whenever you're just dying constantly. I guess I'll attack.
Only time will tell.
And I don't really want to play double Raptor, because this will deal 2 damage each time. Let's say they didn't have a removal spell though that time. So Search is gonna start pushing some stuff to the yard to see if they can find some answers. Narset. Okay. We might just wind up Collision Colossusing to kill Narset, because that card is pretty annoying. And another one though. Ugh. Yikes. Okay. Ooh, Registar Alpha. That's a good one. Alright. You go to Narset. You go to the Dome. They're down to 10. They clearly don't have a whole lot going for them at the moment. Search for Skanta might flip this turn, though, so they might be able to find a Wrath. Although if they do that, they won't be able to cast it in the same turn. Unless they have a land in hand. Narset gonna go searching for a Wrath, I assume.
If you wish to surrender now, I have just the trick for this.
There's Teferi. Oh, they already had the Wrath in hand. Okay. Another land. Man, if we just had like a reasonable draw this game, I think they would have totally been dead. They didn't have a whole lot of interaction in the first handful of turns, and they're already at 10. I mean, I haven't played hardly anything. They'll probably just tuck this Raptor, I assume. If we... Oh, no, they're going to draw. Okay, well, if we can rip like a Ceratops or something, we might be in good shape. Ceratops, of course, cannot be countered. They might have removal for it in the form of like a cast down, but that's not that big of a deal. All right, they're gonna untap some lands at the Teferi, of course. Well, let's see what we find. My turn. Y'all. This is absolutely bananas. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not gonna concede quite yet, but it's starting to get to that point where it feels like they have a million cards in hand. Teferi is ticking up. We've drawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lands in our deck that is mostly trying to be aggressive. and discount our creatures. Now they, of course, activate Escanta end step. I don't mean to say yikes, but I don't mean to complain, I should say, but a little bit frustrating. It is Magic, of course, though. It's just kind of how it goes sometimes. And cast down the Raptor, of course. Not much we can do there. And to Fairy.
I'm known for my excellent
Well,
I've got it.
unfortunately, they have the veto. If they want to counter the Colossus, we can't really, like, jam that way. I'm just going to scoop this one up, y'all. I know we're at 20, but we're effectively beaten. Regisaur is going to get tucked or destroyed. They have a million cards. I'm just going to wrap this one up. I think playing against control decks, it is important to kind of know when you're beaten, because usually control decks beat you several turns before you've actually been beaten. And, you know, no need to give yourself a headache for no reason. Okay. So, opponent is playing Teferi, which does make Vivian a lot worse. I wonder if this Vivian is just worse than, like, the big Vivian you can get later on. 5-mana Vivian from M19, I believe. But, I don't know, we'll see. Let's see. Veil of Summer is a pretty good one as well against our discard spells. I don't know what exactly we're supposed to cut here, though. Like, do you cut Galtas? Because they're harder to cast, easy to kill. Do you cut, you know, the Planeswalkers? Because both of them aren't entirely amazing. I mean, Vivian, like we said, is kind of gets hosed by Teferi. Domri, they're not usually playing a ton of control spells in these, or not control spells, counter spells in these Esper decks lately, so Domri's not at its best. Plus, the fight isn't super relevant. Hard to say, y'all. Hard to say. I guess. Jeez. Could also go like Regisaur. I don't know. I'm just gonna cut these Galtas and see what happens. That might be wrong. My only reason about Galta is that we aren't guaranteed to get the haste on it, and in some instances, it's just like, you know, a Mortify away from dying, a Teferi bounce away from just like not doing anything. I mean, most of our creatures are like that, to be fair. Obviously, no land in that hand, so we're gonna mulligan. But I don't know. We've had a lot of mulligans in these past few games as well. Kind of getting a little bit unlucky there with these keeps. I'm going to pitch one of the unclaimed territories. And let's go land Orels on them. Next turn we can Raptor, of course, but we don't have much else going for us at the moment. If the Raptor survives, we're in good shape. If not, we do have the Ripjaw on the next turn, but it just kind of gets bounced, I feel. Ooh, fancy land, Godless Shrine, no Thought Erasure yet. That's actually not too bad for us. Go ahead and play Unclaimed, naming Dinosaur. Ripjaw Raptor, draw a card. Commune is a good draw as well. Find more action. Let's see what else they've got for us in store. Tap Blue Source. Ooh, this is looking pretty good for the home team, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and... Ooh, do we play Domri or do we go Commune? I'm gonna go Commune first. I'd like to find a green source. That's a good one. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff in there that I would have liked to have, but I want to Veil Summer. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe we're just supposed to take another threat so that when this Wrath happens, yeah. When this Wrath happens, we're not in complete shitty position. Alright, that's fine. Yikes. Alright, maybe a misplay there. I don't know. Swing for 3. Yeah, that was man. Yeah, that was probably incorrect. communing there for an answer, or just like more threats, was probably better play. What I wanted to do was find a green source so that if they had a removal spell, we could hold a Veil of Summer for it. But I don't know, that's a tough one. They have to like have the Wrath there, right? Like specifically Wrath to punish us in that situation, which, oh, okay, well, didn't matter. Great. I don't think I change anything. Just run it back. Domri seemed a little subpar there. Like I was saying, the ramp is relevant, I guess, but there's no creatures to fight, and they're not playing a ton of counterspells specifically for creatures. Like, they don't play like Essence Scatter and stuff. They might play Syncopate. Man, these hands, y'all. I cannot keep a 7 to save my life. But yeah, so let's go ahead and mulligan this. Ugh, I got a mulligan. Wow. Is this real? I mean, I'll keep it. I'll keep 4. I'll keep 4. I feel like we're just kind of getting screwed by variance in this match. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Telegraph and the Veil of Summer, of course, there. Okay, no Thought Erasure. Ugh. Nothing, huh? Okay. Ooh. This is sketchy, y'all. This is very sketchy. I'm sure.
Mind and body should move. Put thoughtfulness before action.
Thing is, Regisaur's so bad here. Like, we don't want to discard cards at all, and they have to Fairy in their deck. I'm gonna Veil, I guess. Draw a card. Okay. Dinosaur. Marauding Raptor. Hold up the Veil. Let's see, y'all. Can we do it? Do they have to Fairy? Oath of Kayami. Okay. Targeting. Veil of Summer.
Keep an open mind.
They're gonna go looking for something. They got the Wrath. Okay. Wrath is a little annoying. In that case, I'm just gonna attack for 2. We do take some damage for Oath. Okay.
We still have much to learn.
Oh, you know what? I could have gone. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I could have gone Otepec, Haste, Regisaur, but no, I couldn't. Okay. Ooh. All right, let's commune. Shifting Ceratops is interesting. I think I just need to pick up lands, though. I'm gonna take the Rootbound Crag. Pass. Oh, man. Ugh. I mean, if we find land, this is totally fine.
You'll thank me later.
And they're taking 2 here. Interesting. Okay.
Let's try this.
Ugh. All right, I'm gonna go Otepec. I mean, they probably just bounce it, or they bounce like Oath, play it, replay Oath. I mean, y'all, we're fighting back, but like, it's not likely we're gonna get there. Let's see what they do with this, with Teferi. They're gonna draw. Okay. Presumably they have a removal spell then, or they're just gonna bounce Otepec with Teferi. No. Okay, so they have a play for 3 mana or less. I'm gonna go ahead and get down. Could go Ripjaw Raptor into Regisaur? No, let's just go Alpha. See if they have, do they have like a counter or something? Maybe. Some sort of removal. Noxious Grasp. Okay. That is fine. And I guess I'll attack Oh, wait. Oh, no! For some reason, in my mind, the token always has haste, so I didn't give it haste instead of it. Ugh, brutal, dude. Okay. Well, I guess I'm just going to attack Teferi. See what happens. Like I said, y'all, we're fighting back from very steep odds, but it's not looking good. They're taking up a Teferi. They have a Wrath in hand that's threatening to just wipe our board. This seems like kind of a rough matchup, but it's definitely not helping that we only have 4 cards to begin the game.
Here we go.
Another Oath. Okay. I don't understand why you wouldn't just Wrath here, but what do I know? Oh, they can actually instant speed Wrath now. Y'all, I'm just going to scoop this one up, I think. Because anything I play here, they're just going to Wrath instant speed because of Teferi. And after that, we're just like totally done for. I mean, I'll play it out just for the sake of the video, but I don't really see the reason, to be honest. Like I said, control decks beat you before you really even finished up like the game. There's really no coming back from this, I don't think, and then they just Wrath. I mean, we have another alpha in hand, so we could theoretically eventually kill Teferi. But
You know what?
if they can kill this next alpha, I think I'm just gonna scoop it up. It doesn't feel winnable. Another Oath. Our opponent's getting a little bit greedy there, I think. But then again, we are down to 9, and every time we attack a Planeswalker, we take 2. Our Redisar. I mean, not a ton we can do here.
Enough.
They didn't have a removal spell. They seem to be flooding out a little bit even.
Keep up the pace.
But Teferi will get them out of the situation. And Teferi's up to 7 loyalty. Next turn, ticks up again the turn after they can ultimate. And that's kind of when we lose, for sure. Another Teferi Time Raveler. Okay.
I'm late.
If they tick up, that means they have Wrath for sure. Okay, no, they're going to bounce Oath. Are they going to go for the Dome's Key? No, they're going to kill the token. Interesting. Okay. Opponent is at 32 life. We are at a very low 7. Let's see. We'll play Marauding Raptor. And I'm gonna go Rotting Regisaur. Maybe I should have played Raptor there, just draw the extra card. But let's... Oh wait, how does this work? Okay, never mind. It's not, it doesn't count every single one. Fuck, I don't know. Oh wait, no. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, we get down to 3. We're to Othakai away from death. I don't know what's correct there. Like, do you...
Really should have seen that coming.
Oh, no. Weird. Wait, is that not instant? Or did they tick up last
Don't
turn?
make another move.
I guess they ticked up. If they have Teferi bounce Othakai, that would suck.
We need to move quicker.
That would make my last turn's play look pretty bad. We probably should have just attacked 2 things at Teferi. Yeah, there it is. All right, Ripskis.
Let's slow this down.
I guess we should have just attacked everything at Teferi, but I don't know. It looks like they still had the other Tef in hand, probably. I don't know. For what it's worth, that was starting to get closer than it was that it could have been. All right. On to round 3. All right, here we are for game number 3. All right, y'all, look at this screen name in just a second. It's pretty ridiculous. I know you can't see it because my camera's there. Again on the play, we're getting pretty lucky with the coin flips at least. Our opponent's name, ooh, we actually got a keeper here too, is Gandalf Will Pipe You. That's the kind of potty humor that I love. Appeals to my nerd sensibilities as well, so it's a 2-for-1. Our opponent mulliganing down to 6. I'm trying to think how we want to start our turn. Like, Llanowar Elves, I feel like is going to be our for sure turn 1 for sure, but I could also see an argument for Commune just to find, like, make sure you find a 2, like, Marauder Raptor or Tibet Hunt Master or something like that. But you know what? Actually, I'm going to do that. Let's see if we can get lucky. We did not. We found 4 lands and a Domri. Well, at the very least, we cleared off a bunch of crap off the top of our library, so that's kind of nice. I'll take this Overgrown Tomb. That just means, though, we're definitely not casting a 3. I mean, I guess what we could have done was Llanowar Elves, next turn, try and search, find a 2-drop, but we would have drawn Regisaur Alpha, so it wouldn't have mattered. All right, Llanowar Elves, Overgrown Tomb, there you go. These are the games that kind of stink with dinosaurs. You really want to find those Marauding Raptors, all your crazy shenanigan-ray stuff. Our Dragon Skull Summit, shifting the Ceratops. Hope it survives. Next turn, we got Regisaur Alpha into Galt on the following turn. See if they find anything to start sacking to this Priest of Forgotten Gods. This looks like the Rakdos Aristocrat style deck, which is pretty powerful. Ooh. You know what? I actually like doing this instead. So I was going to play Regisaur Alpha, but I'm going to attack first. See what they do. And then what I'd like to do is play Ripjaw Raptor. And then Savage Stomp the Priest of Forgotten Gods. Because that's kind of their engine piece. And we're going to get to draw a card of the deal. Sweet. We're in pretty good shape here now. Man, I'm kind of bummed about that Esper matchup. I feel like we were doing pretty well and then just kind of got boned in the end. But that's all right. It happens. Okay, so do we just go Alpha here? Or do we Marauding Raptors so that potentially we can start throwing down Owls for cheap? I'm just gonna Regisaur Alpha and just get frisky with the damage. They might just trade Phoenix for the Ceratops, which I'm fine with. So they're just taking 8. Following turn, we got Galter for the win, potentially. Man, when this Dinosaurs deck humming along, it is really kicking. That is for damn sure. Okay, so they made the play that I thought they were going to, and they did not trade with the Dinosaur token on the Mayhem Devils. So they're down to 7. We got Galta on the way. Ooh, so we're gonna take damage. Or are they gonna pick our Llanowar Elves off? That might be kind of rough for us. If they can kill Alpha as well. Let's see what they do. I imagine they could just pick up Llanowar Elves. 1 damage to our face isn't super relevant, but you never know. Okay. 2 to the Dinosaur token is interesting. Do they have a Chandra, perhaps? Or maybe like some sort of Wrath effect? Okay, so they have the Chandra. So when Chandra sacrifices her tokens, Mayhem Devil will deal the remaining 2 points of damage to the Dinosaur token. So I'm guessing that's what they were really going for there. But Galta should just wrap this one up. Unless, of course, they have, like... Well, actually, no. Cast Down doesn't even do it. They're definitely not going to have the main deck Noxious Grasps. So... And let's see if they have a follow-up as well to really put the nail in their own coffin. And they do. So next turn now, it's looking like we're going to be able to go Marauding Raptor into Galta. No blocks. Because once these sack, this will die, and then they would wind up killing this thing, I'm pretty sure. Because this would die, ping, ping, ping. Yeah. Mayhem Devil, of course, gonna finish off the dinosaur like we predicted. And now this should wrap things up. Let's go. I don't know why it wants me to do that so badly. Marauding Raptor. Galta. Swing at your face. Galta the Primal Hunger. 12 Trample Haste. Get wrecked, nerd. Alright. Love it. Alright, here we go. Sideboard time. So, let's see what they're up to. They are sort of a fast, kind of low-to-the-ground aggro deck, so I'm liking these Moment of Cravings for sure. I'm liking this Dominus Ambush. I'm liking these Thrashing Brontodons. Collision Colossus can go. I don't know if they'll have a lot of removal in their deck. I think most of it's going to be red-based, because they usually have like Shock and Lava Coils and stuff, but this could be worth it. I think I will cut the expensive stuff, or some of the expensive stuff anyway. I'm going to shave a Rotting Regisaur. Actually, no, we'll shave a... What do we shave here? You know what? Okay, we'll shave Shifting Ceratops just to like get some more cheap stuff in. I want to have the Brontodons just because they're like a 3-mana 3/4, and that is actually a pretty solid blocker in a lot of situations. Otypic Huntmaster is not great in this matchup either, but it is. I don't think we can realistically cut any of these because it's kind of the cornerstone of the deck. Regisaur Alpha is great at giving things haste. We did cut the really expensive cards because we just don't want to get them stuck in our hand. Obviously, we can cast that stuff pretty quickly in this deck, but I don't know. Against aggro, I feel like that's just how you want to cut. We could conceivably cut things like Llanowar Elves and stuff like that, but who knows? I almost want Moment of Craving. I almost want Disfigure instead of Moment of Craving from the new. It's like a 1-mana version. You don't gain life, but it's just like a cheaper card. But anyway, let's see how we fare in game number 2. Here we go. All right, so of course, on the draw for this one, up against Gandalf will pipe you. Oh man, I have such a potty sense of humor, y'all. Let's see what they do. And do we have a keeper? Oh man, this hand's really interesting. We have removal, and then 5 lands. Like, obviously, this Moment of Craving is great in the early game, but this Savage Swamp needs dinosaurs to go with it. We have so many dinosaurs to draw to. Ugh. I think we could do better, though. Or not. Or we do much, much worse. Let's say we're going to 5 on this one. Man, I feel like that's such a close keep, right? Like, if you draw dinosaurs, it's just fantastic. But if you just get screwed, it's like, what are you supposed to do? Okay, this one's a bit better. I think I'll pitch land and a Ripjaw. Commune will help us find another land. Raptor into Ripjaw is a nice one. So could be a worse 5, of course. And I think our opponent's deciding whether or not to keep 5 as well. Yeah, that's right. So all right, keeping 5. Ripjaw, Stomping Ground. Let's do this thing. And they have a turn 1 play. Gutter Bones, okay. Ooh, we also have a turn 1 play. Ugh. Alright, Llanowar Elves. Next turn we can go Raptor into Commune. I could trade here, but this thing does come back, so it's not ideal. If they throw down, like, I was gonna say, if they throw down, like, the Dread Horde Butcher, I think I would definitely probably trade. Definitely, probably. I always say that. But since it's just Gutter Bones, and they just come back, not the best idea. Plus, we have some Raptors available to us. So let's go ahead and play a Raptor. And I'm gonna commune. Regisaur Alpha is kind of a nice one. I think I'll just take another Ripjaw, though. There's a higher likelihood that I'll be able to cast it next turn than the Regisaur. Although Regisaur is very, very good, of course. I think Ripjaw is going to be really strong in this matchup in general, just because it blocks really well, draws your extra cards when it takes damage. Let's see if they got removal for the Raptor. Spark Harvest, okay. So, like I said, much more likely we're going to get to cast the Ripjaw on our following turn. And let's see if they just bring back Gutter Bones to hand. Yep, fair enough. We just got Ripjaws for days, baby. And I do have to hope that they don't just continually draw removal, though. To be fair. No attacks. I like this. Alright, Ripjaw. Swing. They can kill Atlanta Rolls now. I don't really care anymore. Stomping Grounds. There you go. This is a battle of multi-fives, y'all. I'm sure this is very exciting magic. But I do think these Ripjaw Raptors are going to do a very good job of holding down the fort. And Dreadfort Butcher's not getting it anytime soon. Gutter Bones, a little bit weak in this spot. Although they do have removal here. Ripjaw Raptor, of course, going down. And we're taking 5? Looks like they have another Spark Harvest, too, if they're pitching this Gutter Bones. Unclear. They're hovering over their cards. One nice thing about Arena is that you can kind of, using the game's UI, you can kind of like suss out sometimes what your opponent has. Chandra, okay.
Hey, don't start any fires without me.
They're just gonna put a loyalty counter. I like that.
Passion within.
I like that quite a bit. Okay, let's go ahead and try and attack Chandra here. Because reason being is she can minus and get this Spark Harvest back, which is pretty annoying. I definitely don't want them doing that. This is maybe a little bit aggressive, but it looks like they're getting a Dreadfort Butcher, which I love. Okay, that's a weird line. If you're gonna block, you might as well block with more stuff. A little strange. But let's go down and throw down another Ripjaw. I'm sure our opponent's loving these Ripjaws. Hopefully they don't have more removal. But we'll see. Ripjaw Raptor doing a great job. Thanks, buddy. Ripping them jaws. And they scooped it up. We got their 2-0 in that one. Very nice. I mean, battle of the fivers, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. It's kind of like how we got screwed over in round 2. All right, y'all, moving on to round 4. Dinosaurs. Let's go. And here we are, round number 4. All right, I will keep this hand. You definitely can't mulligan hands like this, but this commune really needs to find like a 2-drop. So let's just get out our our rosaries, our our Bibles, or whatever. Let's pray. Yikes! All right, that really sucked. Ugh, I'm gonna take another. I'm gonna take the cheapest card I can. Basic Island is interesting. Oh, really? Okay. Oh no. Sorry, y'all. I'm foreseeing. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm foreseeing this being either Mono Blue or the Simic Flash deck. Spectral Sailor coming down. Double Galta. Okay, I definitely threw a Galta to the bottom. So that means we've had all three of our Galtas in our top few cards. Pretty rough. I mean, for what it's worth, the Spectral Sailor isn't pecking in for much. All right, now let's get in for the Curious Obsession. I'm not expecting this Rift Raptor to resolve. Like, not in a million years is this thing resolving. Oh, we gotta try. Like I said, that damn Commune with the Gods, not Commune with the Gods, Commune with Dinosaurs really needed to find a 2-drop. Ooh, that's a good one though. Shifting Ceratops, of course, cannot be countered. Pro Blue. So it has protection from their deck. So we just have to kill them in 4 turns. Of course, we were on a 4-turn clock too, though. So we're still in a little bit of a tough spot. And if they have anything else, it's not looking good. Tempest Jinn. Lots of flyers. This thing can gain reach, though. So we might wind up just doing that. Dinosaur. Hold on. Let's... No. We want to actually... Yeah. Let's go Ripjaw. And I'm going to pass. Because I'm going to give the Ceratops reach. Let's see if they... Okay, they don't realize it. Reach. Do we kill Spectral or Tempest Jinn? I guess we kill Spectral. Oh, the Tempest Jinn is pretty good here, too. This hits for more, though? I don't know what's correct there, to be honest. And they aren't gonna be able to activate that particularly easily. Let's get in with the Ripjaw. And I guess I'm just gonna throw down Galta. Passing the turn. Kind of just gotta hope and pray here, honestly. Reach. Go to 2? Alright, that's fine. They have to have an answer to Galta, though. See if they have it. I'm gonna play Regisaur. Okay, they're dead now. Cool. Yes! Protection from your deck! Woo! Okay, cool. Really snuck that one out. I feel like we did not deserve that win at all. All right, here we go. So I'm definitely bringing a Vivian. Ugh, got a little like spittle on myself. I think, yeah. Okay, so that feels good. Moment of Craving probably comes in. Let's see here. Ooh, my dog just licked my hand. Just gonna pitch the expensive stuff. I think Duress probably comes in. Ambush is sorcery speed, a little awkward. I think I like Veil of Summer as well. Don't think I want these Land Worlds that much. Do I even want Register Alphas? I don't know. They're very expensive. Show me like this. All right, here we are, game number 2. I'm not confident that this Cyber plan is really where we want to be, but I just feel like you want to cut your expensive cards against a deck that's like mono counters. God, this hand's awkward. All right, we'll keep it. Name of the game is really just find Ceratops. I feel. All right. Looks like they've got the immediate Curious, which is their ideal draw, of course. They have no lands, though. So that could give us an out. Okay. Unclaimed territory, naming Dinosaur. Let's go Rotting Regisaur, and then if they try to counter it, we've got the Veil. Swing 4. Now we've got a 7/6 on the table. They are swinging for 3 every turn, though, to be fair. Looks like they've got something. The fact that this is a Siren Pirate Wizard is just insane. But anyway. Okay. Ooh, nice draw. All right, Duress you. Trickster, targeting Regisaur. That's fine. Ooh, Wand is interesting. Aether Gust's okay. You know what? I guess I'm just gonna pitch the Wand. And now let's stomp. Let's stomp. If they want to trade, that's actually fine with me. They lose everything. We have a 7/6. Aether Gust ain't doing anything. Pitch the Vivian. Let's get him for 7. And I guess I'll commute. Ceratops is great. Passing. Let's see if they go for a Spectral Sailor here. I think if they do, I'm just gonna go ahead and Moment of Craving it. I don't suspect they have Dive Down. If they drew Dive Down their last card or something, that would have really sucked, but. Tempest Jin, yeah, they're trying to block. Oh no, I'm so stupid. Oops. I'm so dumb. Definitely should not have done that with only one card in hand. Forgot these things have drawbacks. Duh. Didn't matter. Got there, baby. All right. Cool, let's get a pack, shall we? Because why not? I think I only get gems now from M20 packs, so let's go ahead and get a War of the Spark pack. Bond 2, alright. Cool. Round 5, our final round. We're 3-1. My goldfish memory, I can't remember who we beat in round 1. We lost to Esper in round 2. Beat Rakdos, and then just beat Mono Blue. So far so good. And we are on the draw for this one. I think we've been on the play almost every other time. At least 3 out of 5. Again, goldfish memory. Can't remember a damn thing. And let's see what we got in store for us for this final round. Okay. So once again, we've got one of those hands where you absolutely need to find something good on this commune, but I just don't want to mulligan. Double Galta is pretty rough, but if we find a Marauding Raptor so we can go directly into Reptile Raptor, we're in really good shape. So I don't know, gonna give it a shot. Let's see where we lie. At the very least, an Otapek's not the worst. Otapek would be great, Marauding Raptor would be great. Other than that, kind of whatever, but let's see what we can do. I think our opponent might have mulliganed. They're deciding whether or not they want to, or what they want to pitch, or if they want to mulligan again. Or maybe not. Breeding Pool. Triple Galta. Ugh. Okay. Oh boy. Alright, Roddy Regisaur. Unfortunately, no two. These communes have been whiffing hard for us. I'm gonna guess this is either Elementals, Scape Shift, or Nexus. All those decks are bad news spares for us. We actually might have wanted to grab land off that commune. Now that we're looking at the texture of a hand, everything is expensive. Risen Reef. All right, I'm expecting Elementals. Maybe they're just missing red. Hopefully this Regisaur can just kind of start going coast to coast here. Ooh, Watery Grave. Maybe they're the Yarok deck. Doubling all their triggers like Risen Reefs and Hostage Takers and things like that. That might be it. But we're gonna start getting frisky here. All right, let's attack. And I'm gonna play Shifting Ceratops. Reason being, it cannot be targeted by a Hostage Taker. It has protection from their blockers currently, which is nice. So, just gonna see if we can beat face with overly oversized creatures at low cost. That's kind of the plan with dinosaurs in general, but it's really got to work out here. All right, perfect. This thing still cannot be blocked. Although, quadruple Risen Reef triggers. As you can see, this Yarok deck's pretty sweet when it gets going. They're gonna have to discard, I think. Yep. They have 8 cards. Alright, I'm gonna pitch land now. Let's go attacking. You got it. We're gonna land more elves and Galta. Holy moly, I don't know if y'all can hear that. in the in the background, but I apologize. There's some serious storms rolling through here in Nashville, Tennessee. All right, Assassin's Trophy taking down the Galta. Go ahead and pick up a forest. And let's see what else they can put together here. Cavalier Thorns. Oh no, so this no longer can just get through unabated. Resolve all. Man, they got a kind of a spicy bunch of one-ofs, Mortal Sun, Playcraft in the deck. I'm liking what we're seeing here. It's pretty cool. All right, they're topping, which I really don't want to see. Definitely don't want to see tops. Oh, you know what's kind of awkward here? We are gonna have to discard probably this Ripjaw now. Man, the card advantage happening here is pretty insane. Cavalier Thorns is so good. The 5/6 body is just relevant so often. Pretty crazy. I mean, the likelihood that this Galta lives till next turn is pretty slim. But you do what you gotta do sometimes. Maybe, just maybe, they ripped mostly land out of that draw. Incredibly unlikely? Absolutely. But a man can dream. Oh, God, if we just had that this turn. If we just had that this turn. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and swing. Actually, oh no. We really needed to do that on... We needed to do all this stuff first so that we could actually cast it. That was a huge, huge mistake. Because now there's a chance... Well, there's a chance that they don't actually kill the Rotting Regisaur. Potentially. Okay, so Cavalier goes in front of the 5/4. Not completely punished, but pretty close. Now I kind of wish we kept some of these Galtas so that we could potentially hasten another one. Choop choop. Taking down Regisaur and Galta, presumably. Don't think we're gonna get out of this one. Fortunately, just a little too slow at the gate. A little bit of an awkward draws. A couple misplays, I think, here and there as well. Yeah. If we don't draw anything good next turn, I think I'm just going to go ahead and move on to game 2. Because now they're just getting an obscene amount of value. This deck is sweet. Maybe we'll make a video with this one. I was hoping to see Scape Shift, because that's like kind of the top dog right now. And we didn't really get to see any of that. But it is what it is. All right, land. Definitely not going to do the job. Let's go to game 2. Okay. So, what do we want in this matchup? Well, I feel as though healthy amount of removal is probably going to be necessary. So let's bring in some Domri's Ambush. Collision Colossus is okay, but unexciting. Moment of Craving, I think we definitely want to take down some of their cheaper creatures. Veil of Summer is interesting. And actually pretty good because it does protect us from their removal. Maybe that's worth it. Go ahead and throw away these Galtas for now. They just die super, super easily. And pitch Domri, pitch Lanorels. Actually, no, we want Lanorels on the play, I think. So let's try Elixo. Not, again, my sideboarding ability with this deck is pretty, shall we say, poor. It's hard to tell with these types of decks where like everything kind of feels necessary to win, because you just want as many threats as possible in a deck like this. It's hard to tell like what to keep, what to take out, and of course the miserable hand, absolutely miserable. Very awkward. Because we actually can't even cast Lanorels on 1. Oh boy. Well, I'm going to keep this one. I'm not happy about it, but I think we got to. I'm going to pitch a Dragon Skull Summit. And go ahead and throw it on Blood Crypt. Say go. Turn 2, I think we just go for a Marauding Raptor and just kind of hope and pray that they don't kill it, because we don't really have a whole lot going on otherwise. Okay. Raptor. Sego. Gotta hope our dem over here has got a slow ass draw. Paradise Druid, that is fine. I like this. Where this is headed. Let's get Rift Off down. Draw an extra card. Swing for 4. And now we're going to be mostly even on cards with our opponent. Especially if we can ambush something next turn with a Ripjaw Raptor. Let's see if they can kill it. Looks like they can, unfortunately. You have to take action. Pick up a forest. Yeah, definitely wanted to keep that Ripjaw Raptor around, but it is what it is. What do they do with this Paradise Druid? Nothing. Okay. Let's put it on the Regisaur. Swing 4. I'm gonna play Blood Crypt, and I'm gonna hold Llanowar. I think I just want to discard Llanowar. We have plenty of mana at this point. We have a Raptor in play. I think we're in pretty good shape here. Let's see if they got removal for the Regisaur. Leave Kin, okay. Seem to be a little bit low on mana, perhaps. Ooh, nice draw. Although, do you want to just go Shifting Ceratops, give it haste, or want to ambush something and hold it Veil of Summer? I think that's a better play. See if they got like a cast down or Assassin's Trophy or something. And now I think I just want to go ahead and hold up Shifting Ceratops, make sure it can get haste next turn, and then from there I think I'm in good shape. Yep. Perfect. Okay. Game number 3. Let's see if we can finish out strong on this video. Do we want to rest? Maybe? I think we're okay without it, though. They're mostly a creature-based deck. I mean, yes, they have, like, Assassin's Trophy and some things, but other than that, I think I'd rather just have the Veil of Summers. They're more kind of universally effective in this matchup, I think. All right. Opponent took a very long time to sideboard, but here we are for the last game of the video. Wish me luck, y'all. Of course, being on the draw is definitely worse than being on the play. Bit of a downside to winning on the play, but here we are. Opponent really taking their sweet time. Hopefully, y'all don't run into too many of these. I've been running into a lot of players lately who just love to try and tilt your opponent out by just taking up all the time and seeing if they'll concede. It's pretty annoying, honestly. But what are you gonna do? That's online games for you. When you're not up against an opponent face to face, attitudes change occasionally. There we go. Y'all, the variance has just been real tonight. All right, go ahead and mulligan this one. This hand's great, but all right, I'll keep it. Boy, oh boy. All right. Ugh. Do we be greedy and... Alright, let's be greedy. I just want all the spells. And we'll draw lands eventually. There's a lot of lands in this deck. Right? That's what I like to tell myself anyway. Will our hubris catch up to us? Stay tuned. Alright, Temple Mystery for our opponent on turn 1. They topped. Alright, we found land, so we're good. Land or L's. Sego. This deck's very awkward. This deck's like not a very good Land or L's deck in my opinion. There aren't that many 3s you want to ramp into. Most of the time, a lot of your cards you want to ramp into are your 4s, and you only do that when you have a Marauding Raptor in play. So, not really ideal in my opinion. If you ask me. Peck in there for 1 for the Land or L's, which is what I found it mostly does. I guess next turn, if they don't kill Land or L's, Shifting Ceratops will come down for 3, and then we can immediately give it haste with the extra green available to us. Let's see if that comes to fruition or not. And I think that would be the play. Ripjar Raptor, of course, is great with the Marauding Raptor curving into it. Or Marauding Raptor curving into Ripjar Raptor, I should say. Get the extra card draw going. Opponent is on many cards. They haven't played anything yet. So there's either holding a bunch of 3-mana cards, or they just have a bunch of removal. Unclear. Alright, Dinosaur. Let's go Ceratops. Let's say they don't have much of anything. Haste. Swing 9? Alright, well. Opponent has a very slow draw against a deck that can dome you for 10 on turn 2. Or 9 on turn 2. Turn 3. Who knows what turn it is? Y'all. I struggle sometimes. And they scoop it up. Look at us go. We even hit Diamond 2 at the end of the video. Very nice. Alright, let's do a little retrospective on dinosaurs, shall we? So, Jund Dinos. What do we like about this deck? Well, I really liked the draws where basically your opponent doesn't have interaction. It seems like in the Esper matchup, when their deck is just like mono removal and bounce, you have a pretty good or pretty rough time, not good, pretty rough time against those decks when they can just kill your Raptors, so that you can't hit your 4s on time. You know, if your communes miss, your Lanowells don't ramp into much. Regisaur's kind of messy in that matchup because, you know, you discard a card, they kill in your upkeep or something. So, like, those Esper decks, and especially with, like, the Wrath effects in their deck, seem a little rough for the Dinosaurs deck. But in matchups like other opposing mid-range decks, where their deck's a little bit slower, their creatures are much smaller, typically, awesome. In the mono blue matchup, or even the Simic matchup for that matter, Shifting Ceratops in the main as a 4 is like pretty nice. Basically has protection from their deck for the most part. And then I wish I could remember what game we won in the first round, but can't remember off the top of my head at the moment. Got that goldfish memory. And then against opposing aggro decks, our deck is just infinitely bigger. We're almost as fast as they are, considering that we can kind of Raptor into 4s and 5s, and then, you know, who knows, Galt is coming down maybe on turn 4 or something with haste maybe. So I really like the core of this deck, but control decks do feel like a pretty rough one. Hopefully you can take them out with like Duresses, Veil of Summers. Vivian might be helpful in that matchup. Of course, being kind of hosed by Teferi is a little rough, but, you know, it's not the worst. Maybe, like I said, 5-mana Teferi might be better. We did not get to face off against the dreaded Scapeshift deck. They do have a lot of chump blockers, so there's a chance that you know, their early game is just good enough to keep them alive long enough to get to their escape shift turns. But Blood Sun is a great sideboard card against them. Didn't get to use it. That's okay. That deck's pretty annoying to play against, so not the worst. We didn't see like vampires or Boros Feather or anything like that either. So overall though, deck is sweet. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit that thumbs up for the liking of the video. Leave me a comment, tell me what you guys thought. Subscribe so you get the more videos in your timeline, and make sure to ring that bell next to the subscribe button so that you get the actual notifications, and they'll let you know. If you want to catch me live, I also do streaming on Twitch. I'll leave all those links down below in the description for you. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. My name is Will, signing off yet again. Catch you in the next one. Later.